What is going on, y'all? Double T here, and today we are talking about Gears of War. Now, this is my Xbox 360 copy of the first Gears of War, and here is Gears of War Reloaded for PS5 that I just got through. I just got done playing the campaign, and it really reminded me that Gears of War is probably better than a lot of us remember from back in the day, especially if you played the 360 version back when it first came out, which came out in, I don't want to be wrong, so let me see, when did this game come out? 2006? Now, if you guys played the Xbox 360 version of Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, you guys know that it is that classic early 2000s and 2010s games that have that classic Xbox 360 and PS3 color scheme where it's your grays, your dark environments, really just a lot of like dull-ish colors like grays, browns, blacks, and not a lot of color or vibrance, I guess you could say, especially compared to a lot of modern games, especially with first-person shooters and things like that. Well, third-person shooters, I guess, in this case. But, yeah, it's playing through this game, playing through Reloaded. Like I said, I just got done playing through this campaign, and it really reminded me that this is an amazing, phenomenal game, and it stays true to the Gears of War. This is not like, a completely new take on Gears of War, a new campaign, anything like that. If you guys don't know anything about it, it's basically just literally a cleaned up version of the first Gears of War, and really nothing's changed story-wise or anything like that, which I love because I think the Gears of War story is already great, and I haven't played Gears of War in so long. I'm talking over a decade I haven't played this game, or any of the Gears of War games, and so it was really a breath of fresh air going back to it, because I think that the first Gears of War on 360, a lot of people, you know, it's not very high on their list in terms of games, especially in terms of 360 games. The Gears of War franchise, yes, maybe 2, or a lot of people, most people, 3, including myself. I hold 3 on a higher pedestal than I do 1 or 2. I think 3 is the best of the trilogy, and I still think that, but this game, playing Reloaded, gave me a lot of respect for the first Gears of War, and you know what? It's a phenomenal story. And guess what? Even with the textures and the color scheme of the game being that, having that classic 2000s charm, which in my opinion isn't a bad thing, that's just how games were in that era. And you think about Gears of War, Call of Duty, Killzone, tons of amazing games, but they just had that darker gray color scheme that's just what it was back in the day. So for me, that I grew up in that era, so I have a lot of respect for it and nostalgia for it, I guess you could say. While I love all the new vibrance in games nowadays, it's sometimes a breath of fresh air to go back to some of these games, which if you guys aren't following the channel, you guys know, or if you're not following the channel, then go back and take a look at some of my other videos. Y'all know that I play, or you'll see that I play a lot of retro games, a lot of older games, even before the 360 PS3 era, talking all the way back to PS2, PlayStation 1, you know, much older games. And so I do have a respect for new and old games. I don't really have a preference of either. But anyways, getting back on topic here, that was a little off topic, but yeah, going back and playing this campaign, and I'll put some footage up as well while I'm talking, so you're not just staring at my face this whole time. But the story was amazing. It captivated me. It was great. I really didn't remember much of it at all from back in the day, so it was like almost playing a game brand new all over again, you know, in a brand new story. Really the game that I played the most was Gears of War 3 back in the day when it came out. I remember playing the multiplayer, playing Horde mode, playing the campaign, and now I kind of want to go back to the other Gears of War games, replay 2 and 3 on my 360. And hopefully one day they'll get, you know, those will get a reboot as well, and we'll get those booted up to modern consoles, which would be amazing. But going back to the story, it really, you know, reminded me that Gears really is a great game. And I think that a lot of people just don't really have that respect for it. And maybe, you know, that's just because I have a fresh look at it, whatever it may be. But I think it was great. If you did not play Reloaded or haven't played it yet, or were, you know, on the fence debating on getting it or not, if you have played Gears of War at all, or maybe you even haven't played it and you're interested in it, definitely give Reloaded a try. Whether you get it on PlayStation 5, on Xbox, whatever it may be, on PC, it's got the multiplayer as well. So you can play multiplayer, you can play co-op, you can play the campaign, and it's a great time. It's phenomenal. It's really cool going back to these games, and of course I have nostalgia for the Gears series because I played it back on 360 back in the day, and now playing on PlayStation is even crazier. One, having it on a modern console, two, having Gears on PlayStation, which is really, really cool. That's a whole nother discussion, but it's pretty dang awesome seeing a Gears of War title on PlayStation. Even just this cover art, to me, it's really cool just having this and seeing it on PlayStation. But anyways, I know I'm just kind of rambling here, but I think the game is great. You can feel that it was, you know, the game was made in the early 2000s. Even in the reboot and Reloaded, you'll see that, you know, you'll have that feeling of it's a tad bit, might be a tad bit clunky here and there. There was some frame rate drops, things like that, which honestly I could care less about now. I really could care less. It's not like I'm trying to compete or anything like that, especially in the campaign. So I really could care less, and it wasn't a lot, but it was here and there. There was a couple frame rate drops, maybe a couple, not glitches, but you might see an enemy glitch into the ground or something like that. But very few and far between was really a lot of those occurrences or instances where you see those malfunctions. It was really pretty a clean campaign overall. So if you're interested whatsoever, I would pick it up and give it a try. Also, the title for Reloaded was also only $40, so I think it was a perfect price point for you know, a game that's already come out. It's not a brand new game, so it wasn't as hard for them to make, I guess you could say, because it was just enhancing everything. But you get the campaign, you get co-op, you get multiplayer, like I mentioned. A cleaned up version for a $40 package is pretty dang good, considering most games are $70 nowadays, which is crazy. And some games even being, if you're talking about Nintendo, $80. That's a whole another discussion, but I think $40 was a great price point for it. I say go for it, and I think Gears is better than we remember. So if you've played the game, definitely let me know your thoughts. But I wanted to make this quick video, just kind of giving my thoughts after replaying the whole campaign, completing it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I picked it up and went for it. I knew I wanted to get a physical copy on PlayStation just because it's awesome having, you know, Gears on PlayStation. Hopefully we get Halo on PlayStation soon. I would absolutely love that. And I would really love to see a package, like a collection, Gears of War collection, where they have 1, 2, and 3. I wish they would have came out with that from the start instead of just doing the first one, but it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get 2 and 3 in the future, and then I hope we get maybe like a Master Chief collection on PlayStation. That would be sick. I would love that. And hopefully bring some people back into the Halo multiplayer and just that universe. That would be sick. But anyways, let me know your thoughts if you did play it, and if you haven't, let me know if you're thinking about picking it up, and if you're on the fence. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys are new, I would really appreciate you guys check out the rest of the channel, see if it's something you'd be interested in. I talk about retro games, collecting. I do game pickup videos, which was my last video that I posted, which was with Project PS3. And yeah, so I'll just do gameplays of games that I'm currently playing. Really just whatever I feel like. This channel is just whatever, you know, I post whatever I feel like posting, and that's how it is, and that's how it's always going to be. So appreciate you guys for watching. If you did like it, would appreciate a thumbs up. But anyways, appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing weekend, an amazing week, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.